This tutorial will cover how to locate historical newspapers using the database America's Historical Newspapers. To locate this database, scroll down to the bottom half of the library's page and click on Newspapers History. It's the first database listed. If you're off campus, you'll be asked to enter your A number and your 6-digit PIN. Once you're inside the database, you have a timeline of important events in American history dating from 1690 to 2000. You can choose to scroll through the timeline and look for an event, or there's a search feature up here at the top of the page. First, we'll go through the timeline. I'm going to click on Post-Revolutionary War Depression, and that will bring us to an overview of this topic. Okay, that's not your historical newspaper article. Over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see news articles related to this topic. To view the article, click on the headline, and that's going to open up the reader that has a scanned copy of the article. Use the little grabby hand to move the article around. This article is from 1784, so the text is a little bit difficult to read. You'll also notice that some of the typeset is different than what you may be used to. I recommend reading the article from your computer screen. You can use the zoom in and out on your toolbar. If you do choose to print the article, the print button is on the far right hand side of the screen, but it will likely print out very tiny and you'll need a magnifying glass to read it. Over on the top side of the reader, you have the option to email the article to yourself. This is also where you can find the publication information. This is from the New York Packet, New York, New York, from January of 1784. If you don't find what you're looking for on the timeline, I suggest using the search feature. Searching historical newspapers can be a little bit tricky because you have to think about the language of the time, what words might appear in the headline for the event that you're looking for. So whenever possible, I recommend using a custom date range. Okay, under your search options, the first thing I would do is Google the date of the event that you're looking for and enter a date range that includes the day of the event as well as a few days after to see what the coverage was. In many cases, the event probably won't appear in the paper till the next day, although there were some afternoon editions of paper, of the newspaper, so I would include the day of the event as well. So I'm going to look for articles on the Challenger shuttle explosion, and I'm going to put in a date range for that. So it's January 28th, 1986. So I'm going to do 2 February 1st, 1986. And be careful to use the format that they give you in the examples down here. And then in the search box, I'm going to type in Challenger and you do need to capitalize the letters in and, shuttle, and explosion. I'm just going to look for newspaper articles that have the word Challenger, shuttle, and explosion. Okay, so this is our list of results. You're going to have newspaper articles from around the country. To view the article, you click where it says View Article. These are going to default to returning the oldest articles first. So in this case, articles from the day of the launch. So some of these may be coverage leading up to the shuttle launch. Okay, you see this is an entire page of the paper, and they've highlighted our search terms within the text of the article. This looks like it's continued from a front page story. If we wanted to go see the front page story, this is from the Greensboro News. Over here on the right hand side, we could download the entire issue. Going back to our list of results, I want to scroll through until we have some articles from the day after. Okay, so you see we have the Augusta Chronicle, January 29th, 1986. Again, click View Article. And you see we now have articles from the day after the event occurred, and again we're pulling up a continuation from page 1A. So we'd want to go back and find the front page of the Augusta Chronicle for January 29th. And that's likely one of these articles that are listed here. I want to show you a couple of other things on the advanced search page. If you want to explore by presidential eras, you can do that here. Simply check the box next to the presidential era that you want to search. I also have eras in American history. Under places of publication, you can limit to different states or regions of the country. If you click on a particular state, let's go down to Tennessee, click the plus sign, and you can see the different papers that are contained in this database from Tennessee. The Tennessean's not in this database. If you want to look at historical Tennessean articles, you'll have to go downtown to the main branch of the public library. If you have any questions about searching for historical newspapers, you can contact me. I'm Emily at emily.bush@nscc.edu, or you can call the library at 353-3555.